Good afternoon. I am currently on Stock Orchard Street just off of Caledonian Road. Caledonian Road is the nearest train station. Train that's going to pass through here like any second now is going to be a Grand Central Class 182 Bradford interchange. Then it will be an LNER train to Edinburgh, and then after that an LNER train to Leeds. Not sure on whether it will be an Azuma or an Intercity 225. They got rid of the HSTs last year. Might be at Fort Park next weekend. Train now approaching is a Great Northern Class 387 from either Ely or Kings Lynn. 387111. And 387108. Should be like right now. I'll stay here for a bit. A couple of buses. Here it comes. Couldn't see what it's called. There goes the Class 180. Before I recorded this video, I saw both an LNER Azuma and an LNER IC225. Unfortunately, they're going to get rid of the IC225s by next year. Originally by this year, but due to the current situation, it's been delayed till next year. If you want to ride an Intercity 225, then it might be your last chance. The carriages will go to Transport for Wales for use on the North-South Premier service between Holyhead and Cardiff. They were originally meant to, Grand Central was originally meant to operate services from London Euston to Blackpool. We would have called at Nuneaton, Preston, Kirkham and Wesham, Fulton-le-Flyde and Blackpool North. 700 020 to Cambridge. As I was saying, Grand Central was meant to operate services to Blackpool. It was meant to launch in spring this year, but due to current situation, they originally delayed it till next year. In September, they announced on their Twitter that they have abandoned their Blackpool plans due to the current situation, everything. The services would have called at Milton Keynes Central, Nuneaton, Preston, Kirkham and Wesham, Fulton-le-Flyde and Blackpool North. It would have been run by Class 90s, 5 or 6 Mark IV carriages and a Mark IV DVT, with the Mark IV DVT at the London end and a Class 90 at the Blackpool end. I will still travel to Blackpool in February 2022, but it will be with Avanti West Coast. They're still doing their Blackpool services. It's an Azuma, not an IC225. Here it comes. To Edinburgh. 800 104. what the Leeds train will be. Either an Intercity 225 or a Class 800. I might not be able to ride it in the City 225. Another Thameslink Class 700. Wants to ride. I think it might be bound for Peterborough. If not, then probably Cambridge. I couldn't see it. It's another Azuma, it's bound for Leeds. Not in the City 225, might see one of these later. 856. Okay, 1226 for Leeds. There are only 2 Hull train services a day between London, King's Cross and Hull, calling at Grantham, Retford, Doncaster, Selby, Howden, Brough and Hull, with only one extending to Beverley. There are currently no trains between Edinburgh and Aberdeen due to the Stonehaven derailment last month. I think there's still services to and from Inverness. The line between Dundee and Aberdeen might be cleared. a few days ago I did trains buying. Here comes another class 700. A 387. 387 107 to Peterborough. 387 129 at the rear. Grand Central used to use HSTs, but they were only between London and Sunderland. They used to operate to and from Bradford interchange, but then the 180s were introduced, and the HSTs ceased operation between London and Bradford. They only operated to and from Sunderland. Then there were more Atalantes being built, and they decided to sell the Class 43s to East Midlands Railway. There's only 5 trains per day to and from Harrogate, with only 1 or 2 trains a day calling at, additionally serving Horsforth. Still excited for the 24th of October. Because I'll travel with a fancy West Coast from London Euston to Stoke-on-Trent. It will be a time-lapsed video. I will also do that on the 27th of October. 1 month to go till my trip to Alton Towers. There's not going to be any trains here for a while. Here comes another Azuma. 801226. And 700 147. Check station screens is what I believe it said. I missed it when Great Northern operated services between London King's Cross and Peterborough. But now Thameslink is operating them with services extending to and from Horsham, Peterborough to Horsham and Cambridge to Brighton via the canal tunnels. So they leave the East Coast Main Line just before London King's Cross. Yes, my train can fit through here. don't think an iPad can fit through here. My phone's just about this tall to go through here. Waterproof cases can make the phone look bigger. There are still 4 train operating companies in the UK that have HSTs. East Midlands Railway, GWR, ScotRail and Cross Country. 800 107. But only on East Midlands Railway do you get the true HST experience with slidey windows and slammy doors. GWR, Cross Country and ScotRail have them electric sliding doors. GWR shortens their some of their HSTs to 4-coach sets. They're known as Castle. Some Great Northern Class 313s heading in and out of Moorgate. Maybe not just a Class 313. (387 116) and 307 112 to King's Lynn, and 700 011 to London King's Cross. If you want to travel to and from between London King's Cross and Arlesey, Biggleswade, Sandy, St Neots, Huntingdon, you might have to take the first train and change at Finsbury Park. Sometimes during peak times, Great Northern operates services between London King's Cross and Peterborough that may serve these stations. Drop my scooter. At my local park during the theme park season. When it's closed season, I might be able to go back on the tube. Like what I did last year. However, some places might be card only. And only a few might have cash. Will you miss the Class 91s when they go? Let me know in the comments. A lot of people have subscribed to me because I upload train videos, and some have subscribed for the theme park stuff, which might not be on this channel for a few days. I think that Class 91 might be headed to Leeds. If it's not Leeds, then I think it's Edinburgh. A few weeks ago, someone asked me to do a face reveal, even though I've showed my face in some of my older videos. Still unable to see what it is. Grand Central Class 180. This train is called Sunderland. 180, 105 I think it was. Not all Bradford interchange trains call at Pontefract, Monk Hill. All of them call at Doncaster, Wakefield, Kirkgate, Murfield, Brighouse, Halifax, Lowmore and Bradford interchange. All Sunderland trains call at York, Thirsk, Northallerton, Eaglescliffe, Hartlepool and Sunderland. Can't tell where the train's coming from. We'll have to look in both directions. No trains over there yet, no trains over there yet. helicopter. Not a great view. Not a great view from here, is it? I was originally going to get an iPhone 11 for Christmas, but my Huawei P20 broke in May. Well, I broke it just because the mobile data and Wi-Fi weren't working. I had a Samsung Galaxy A5 as a temporary phone. Then it was around mid-July. My mum got me this new iPhone SE. Used to visit West Hampstead Station a lot last year. I still don't know when I'm uploading another staircase video or Phil Journey video. I think that sounds like Great Northern Services Class 717s going in and out of Drayton Park from the Northern City line to and from Moorgate. I might come back here tomorrow since I don't have college. I might come back here on Monday afternoon when I come back from college. The only issue is that I have to walk with my guitar and will be unable to scoot there because I like taking my guitar into college. Another Class 700. '018 to London King's Cross. Or maybe London King's Cross, I'm not sure, it says check the station screen. A 118, so it's not going into London King's Cross, it's going via the canal tunnels into St Pancras. I might do a Q&A when I reach 300 subscribers. Like the 200 subscriber Q&A, it will be on Twitter. '259 to Emmonton Green. I can't actually zoom into it. 387125 coming into London King's Cross. With 387128 at the rear. I missed a 365. The best place, this is the closest I can get to the East Coast Main Line. Unfortunately, Greater Anglia have gotten rid of the Class 90 sets. I can still use them in Train Sim. Class 90s have been going on to Freightliner, I guess. They've been moving on from Greater Anglia. Any other trains? (700) to Royston. I always use my phone to record videos. I'm gonna miss the IC225s when they go. Never travelled on. I haven't actually travelled on one, and I might not be able to. Over there's Copenhagen Tunnel. After Copenhagen Tunnel, it's Gasworks Tunnel, which then leads you into London King's Cross. Gonna wait till another train comes free. If I had a bigger phone, e.g. iPhone 11, then I wouldn't be able to fit it. Oh wait, another train's coming. One left at 155. Next train will be an LNER to Leeds. Either an Azuma or an IC225. There's a small chance it's going to be an IC225. Bus route heading 91 bus route heading to Trafalgar Square. Kinda missing the Eurostars. Haven't travelled on one since 2013 from London to Paris, and that was with my school. Some point next year I might also do a train journey with Avanti West Coast from London Euston to Blackpool North. If it's not a direct train, then I might have to change in Preston for a northern service to Blackpool. Either Blackpool South or Blackpool North. Only 2 stations, or 3 stations if you're counting Blackpool Pleasure Beach train station. This Leeds train will call at Peterborough, Doncaster, Wakefield Westgate and Leeds. If only there was like 2 trains per hour between London King's Cross and Newark Northgate, one extending to Lincoln and one to York. Oh, it's an Azuma, not an NS8225. $800 107, not in service. And there it goes. I don't think there's going to be any trains here for a while. After the next train passes through here, I'll go home. Or if the next trains pass through here, not leaving till we've seen an Interstate 225. Here comes 700 104. It's a Horsham. I think more trains on the East Coast Main Line should serve Retford Station. Maybe like 2 trains per hour. Both LNE are operated, one to and from. 1 train per hour to York calling at Doncaster, 1 train per hour to London King's Cross, 2 trains per hour to London King's Cross. Both of them calling at Grantham, Stevenage and London King's Cross. London King's Cross with 1 additionally calling at Newark, Northgate and Peterborough. and 2 trains per hour to Doncaster, 1 extending to York only and 1 to Wakefield Westgate and Leeds. Another Azuma, still missing the Unity. 801208. Three 87108 to Ely. And 387111 at the rear. Finally managed to get it to work. Like I said, I've shown my face in a few of my older videos, including me doing a drum cover of We Will Rock You in one of the practice rooms at my old school. And also in one of my recent videos, a guitar cover of For Whom the Bell Tolls in one of the practice rooms at my college. It was filmed back in January prior to lockdown. 700-015. So London King's Cross is arriving. Yeah, I mean 700-015. It is a bit boring waiting for an intercity 225. Just one more year and Dale will be gone. And another class 700. 700 Not many people on these trains due to the current situation. 387119. 387105 Gatwick Express. And 387109. Not sure why Thameslink would want to get rid of the Class 387s after 2 years. After a couple of years, they were like, nope, we don't want the Class 387s, we're replacing them with Class 700s. And the Class 387s go to Gatwick Express, GWR and C2C. Yeah, Heathrow Express might have some of them. Heathrow Express should be operated with GWR, Gatwick Express with 7, and Stansted Express is already with Greater Anglia. Same with Gatwick Express being with 7. If only GWR could operate Heathrow Express services between London Paddington and Heathrow Terminal 5, or Heathrow Terminals 2 and 3. Oh, I can't fit my phone through here. I think there's only like 3 metro systems in the UK, 3 underground systems in the UK, the Tyne and Wear Metro in Newcastle, the Glasgow Subway in Glasgow, and the Underground here. Being here Nope. Probably not safe, as I might end up dropping my phone by accident. I think it was prior to lockdown they extended, it was prior to lockdown, Transpennine Express extended their Middlesbrough services 1 stop further to Redcar Central. And they started operating only a few services a day between Liverpool Lime Street and Glasgow Central, with 3 trains per day to and from between Liverpool and Glasgow, with one going to and from Preston. Here comes another Azima 800 103. The Leeds to Aberdeen service is only running as far as Edinburgh. Rail replacement bus services are operating, I think. Maybe we can get an inner city 225 here. If not, I'll just go home and come back here another time where I can hopefully catch an inner city 225. I mean, not travel on one, but taking photos. It's only the Mark IV DVT I took a picture of. I couldn't remember the numbers because the Class 700 got in the way. So, let's go back down there. (700) 127. Check station screens. I think I'm off now because there's no inner city 225. Goodbye.